Good evening. How is everyone doing today? I know it's been quite a while, but I'm ready to get this show back on the road. So, barring any unforeseen issues, which there might be because I just moved and my internet isn't as good here and I don't have my setup right, but we'll see. Here we go. Now, I don't remember what I needed to do. Quite frankly, I wish this were more like the first game, which gives you a nice handy recap of what you've just done. That's the problem with going several weeks without playing. Okay, so, on fire. Think I need to get over to the other side. But I didn't need to do that.
Jack! Jack!
Yep, we're off to a great start here. So let's try that again. Now, this should be more like it. Get over to the pipe there, and then I can drop down safely. And if I'm not mistaken, once I'm on the Shell 2 bridge, I'm basically never gonna come back to Shell 1. Or I might slip on bird poop and die.
Jack, you have
Just
to
what I
answer
wanted.
me. Jack! Jack!
We know that things are going exactly as normal if I'm dying repeatedly within the first minute of the stream. That is what I expect all of the time. Okay, now, try that again. Maybe I should crawl. You can't slip if you're crawling. Yeah, much safer. This is what I should have done to begin with. I don't know why I didn't think of it. Then up here. I said up here. Going that way. Maybe not, but I can go up this way. And that's all I need. Wonderful. How are my audio levels, by the way? I sometimes worry that I might be too loud or too quiet. I might be too loud now. Or I might be just right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do absolutely nothing and hope it's what I need. Over and down. There we go. Oh, perfect. Guards. What are you talking about? There's no sight prettier than Raiden. Unfortunately, I don't know how to get over that. Can I cartwheel over it? Whoa, that worked. Yeah. I honestly didn't expect it to. No, don't eliminate me. I'm the protagonist. I need to survive. Okay, yeah, so it turns out you need to not get caught.
Something wrong?
Who would have guessed?
Raiden!
Quiet, Pliskin. I don't care. Alright, let's try this again. Or let's try dying again.
Jack! Jack!
You know, I was spamming the triangle button. I sometimes forget how touchy this game is. You gotta be up against the back of the wall before you do it. But the game helpfully knows that when I'm going in that direction and there's a wall, that I want to keep running. You know, in any other game, that might be useful. In this one, it's a little less so. But that's okay. We press onward. I think we'll be fine. This part here wasn't too hard. Get up against the wall, climb up, climb up. Gotta rise up onto this bridge. You gotta rise up. Okay. Over the ledge. Right there. And then the guards come out, and then I cartwheel across and crouch down immediately. Like I should have done to begin with. That's not really what I meant to do, but, I think I need to wait for them to get past. They're moving awfully slowly, though. Let's see what they do. They're going back and forth, so I can't just wait for them to pass. What I'm gonna need to do is wait for them to be facing the other direction. Which would be a lot easier if I could see that top guard. He looks. They're both facing me. One of them's facing the other way. And let me guess. Yeah. They're exactly in sync to always be looking this way. That should do the trick. Looks like he can't even see me over here. So that's good. I was a little worried about that. Turn around. Perfect. And I don't think they can see over here. Oh, they definitely can't. It's a new area. That is exactly what I needed. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. That's too big to cartwheel.
Oh God, no! Jack!
I've missed being horrible at games. It's been too long. Right. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna crouch. We don't even need to crouch. We just need to wait till he's between windows. How did another one see me? How do I get onto the... Oh, I got a silo. That might be difficult with this thing chasing me. So I'm gonna die on purpose, so I can try again.
Raiden!
You tell me what happened, Colonel. I'm fighting with kind of slippery controls, and mostly with me being bad at games. But in this case, I was spotted by an off-screen enemy. No clear idea what I could have done differently. So I need to go across both of those quickly.
Raiden!
We call this guess and check gaming. You try a different thing until you find what works. There's no real way of predicting it, you just try things. And then when he's between these two, I go forward 2 instead of 1. Nope, I still got seen. Okay, new strategy. Blow that up with a steam missile. And there's another one. Okay, great.
Jack? What's
Plain and
going
simple,
on? Answer me.
my line of vision.
Jack?
Or no, my visibility is included in an off-screen enemy who I can't see. That's not to say this is impossible. Nothing's impossible. Even the impossible isn't impossible. But I need to get this right. And that guy just gets replaced immediately, so literally if I get seen at all, it's game over here. Nothing I can do.
Jack, please answer me! Jack!
Unless, maybe what I need to do is go in the window. Can I do that? No, I cannot. Okay. Well, at least we've ruled it out. However, I have learned something important. I can crawl across those safely. I thought crawling was too slow, so that's why I didn't try it before. But it seems like it's not actually a bad strategy. It is actually viable, and in fact did the trick. Wonderful. Oh, ouch. How does he do that without falling? Snake couldn't do that. Pliskin couldn't do that. David Hayter couldn't do that. What do we have now?
Going to go in my pants. Nobody's looking, right?
Oh, another one of those, right? That's exciting. Nothing like getting pissed on. Like a wild animal. What is it, the musk ox or something? I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about animals. Except for huskies. I know those. I also know that I need to throw a grenade here. More precisely, I need a chaff grenade. But I don't have any, so I guess I'm boned. Okay. Keep moving. It's camping. Oh, it's far enough out there. I should be able to get it. There's the chaff grenades I needed. Which card do I have? It doesn't matter, the door's broken. So I get to go all the way across. But now I've got chaff grenades, so it shouldn't be too bad. I've only got 2, but I can make that work. Ready, set, go. And here I am. Some bullets and a door I can't get into. Okay, new strategy. Chaff out. Try again. I should be able to get into that center area. If I cartwheel. Or not.
Raiden, is everything all right? Raiden!
Raiden!
Okay, so I've got one door I can't get into. I've got another door that is broken and nobody can get into. I've got no chaff grenades, but plenty of rations. Yeah. If I crouch, I might be able to go unseen. I don't actually know. We've got SG-1 bullets and a chaff grenade. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call Pliskin. Snake, what is it? What do I do? Answer me!
Raiden, you cover the president. Make contact with him before the confirmation of the nuclear launch code. We're going to start repairs on the Kamov. That should keep our hands full for a while. I did a round of Shell 2 during bomb disposal. Let me know if you have any questions.
I have a question. How do I get in this door? Colonel, what do you have to say? I love these load times.
I don't see a way into Strut K, but there's no need for you to check it out in any case. Head for the core of Shell 2, where the president is.
For the core. Okay. And I'm here, and sure enough, I'm heading for the core. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call Rose. And Rose is gonna save my
Do you
game.
need to save?
Always. Hopefully that means if I die, I should keep my ration and chaff grenades. Which might make things easier. I don't actually know.
Rose.
So, have you decided to talk yet?
Nope.
That's too bad.
Why are you so interested
Nope.
in me all of a sudden?
Because I'm curious. More so than before. Does it really bother you that much?
Why? Because you are. That's not an answer, Rose.
What?
You know, those things you don't want to say.
Let's see. Things you don't want to say. Like that you've been married before? That you're 80 years old? That you used to be a woman?
Rose.
What
80
exactly
years
is it
old.
you won't tell me? Do you think I'd hate you if I knew? Do you really have that little faith in me?
No, it's nothing like that.
It's hard to have faith in you when you behave like that.
It really bothers me. The fact that there's a side of you I don't know. Sometimes I just can't help myself.
You've got me right now. Isn't that enough?
No, it's not. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, it's
I know I'm
not.
being greedy, but it's just not enough.
Rose, this really isn't opportune timing. Get it worked out after the game is over. Anyway, let's get another one of those chaff grenades out. Where did they go? There they are. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm gonna try this again because it's all I can think of. Well, that was different at least.
Are you all right?
I wound up all the way off the edge.
Raiden!
I'm gonna try that exact strategy one more time. Wait a minute. I didn't keep the chaff. I didn't keep the ration. So what did I save for? I'm gonna get a lot more reckless now because I'm getting impatient. Three, 2, 1, go! Is there anything I can do hanging-wise? No, he won't hang. But he also won't cartwheel.
Jack, what's
What
going
am I
on?
doing wrong?
Answer me! Jack! Jack!
It's times like now I wish I were a popular enough streamer to have a chat that could just tell me what to do. I'm not ashamed to use the chat to figure things like this out. No entry there. Okay, I didn't miss anything. That's good. No entry here. There's nothing to miss on this side. Next step. Get these things. I can't get into Shell K. You see, another shell might be able to get me. Another strut might be able to get me into the core. Maybe. But I don't see how. Half grenade. Out. There's clearly a way across this way. If I could get down. But that's not working either. And it won't let me over this ledge. If I could get onto that pipe, I'd be in good shape. Because then I could climb that way, down there. That's not happening either. I don't see anything along here that'll get me into the center. And that needs... what card does that need? Level 5. And I've got level 3. Great. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call Colonel again. Tell me something useful this time.
The enemy has already entered the nuclear launch code. Secure the president
I don't care.
before they can confirm and finalize the code input. The president is on the first floor of Shell 2's core.
How do I get to the Shell 2 core?
Raiden, there should
Tell
be
me
a
something different.
crossover from your present location on the KL connecting bridge to the core of Shell 2. Get to the core of Shell 2. Rescue the president.
The bridge is
before the enemy
broken.
can use him to reconfirm the nuclear launch code.
Maybe I need to go over to where the thing is. Look at this, that's broken. If I try to cross, then I will fall into the water and die.
Raiden, there's a gun cipher flying over there. Those aren't the normal cipher UAVs. These are armed. Watch out.
How do I cross?
Gun ciphers can be put out of...
I don't care, I don't care. I already did that. How do I get across?
You can shoot gun ciphers.
Do I need to shoot the gun ciphers? Will that magically somehow do it? I don't see how. Do I have anything I can lay down over there? No. No, I don't. Maybe it's time I called Snake again. Keep calling him Pliskin, even though his identity's been
You
revealed.
cover them.
No. We already had that conversation. We're gonna try something different.
Have you ever heard of Outer Heaven?
Outer heaven.
Yeah. Know anything?
I don't care about
No.
that.
What about it?
The terrorist leader mentioned it. Something about being close to reviving Outer Heaven.
Is that right?
Well, do you know anything?
Well, that's not
No.
good.
But whatever
That's
their
pretty
goal
bad,
is,
actually.
They're probably up to no good. We've got to stop
They
them.
are up to no good. We already know this. They're the bad guys. Bad guys are never up to any good.
You know, I thought I heard of AIM somewhere before. DIA would mean we're talking about Nastasha's ex-husband.
Nastasha.
I don't care about that either.
Isn't she the one who wrote In the Darkness of Shadow Moses?
Yeah, she helped me out during the...
She's the one I didn't talk to in Shadow Moses
She
at
was also
all.
actively involved in the philanthropy organization.
I literally never called her.
Where is she now?
Your guess is as good as mine, but she's probably still a heavy smoker.
Yeah, I don't care. Colonel, how do I get across? I don't want to hear about the UAVs.
Gun ciphers can be...
I don't care. Okay, it worked that time. So I was doing the right thing all along, just failing at it. Wonderful. But now my chaff grenade is out and I'm probably gonna get shot. So I get to try it again. There's nothing in here. Okay. Whatever. Close enough. I got in.
Snake, he's here.
But I'm really, really annoyed.
My father had some unfinished business with him.
Olga, calm yourself.
Calm yourself before you harm yourself. I
That's
should have
not
thought
the
that through
plan.
before saying
I've been
it.
waiting for this day for 2 years, and I will send him to
2 years.
and right next to my old man.
The launch comes first.
Damn it.
This is not a good hiding spot. She just has to walk a few more feet forward to find me.
Don't talk that way about one of your own.
He's not one of my own. He left my father to die, remember?
Olga, we'll talk later.
Ocelot's a real
We need to get
bastard.
started on the final
You're right not to trust him.
All right. I'm headed back there.
The upper connecting bridge to Shell 1 is down.
What about the
This is
chopper?
interesting. Why do we even need to use the directional mic? Any other point in the game, the same thing would have been... Well, I guess we did have a point like this. But there have been large parts of the game where Raiden just sits listening, and it's a full cutscene.
Snake.
We don't have anything to gain by using the directional mic except making it more interactive in an annoying way. Look, if I can see her, she can see me. This is not a good spot to hide, but the game won't let me move.
High voltage currents on.
The door stays shut unless the president manages to...
There's another
that
floor with
circuit
orange
panel
high
from
voltage
inside the
currents.
room.
If you step on this one, you
No
teleport
job
to the
for
other
bare
one.
hands.
All right. Come back immediately.
One more thing.
What?
Didn't this happen in the first
We
game?
leave for Russia when this business is done. I want half the money for that.
Of course.
Look, we've switched to a cutscene. In the exact same location. Why wasn't it like that before?
This. If there's anyone who wants
And then
to
back to
stay,
this.
I won't
It doesn't make any
just
sense to
them.
me.
Gladly.
Does anyone have an explanation? I don't.
It's time they went free.
What happened to
Golukovich.
rebuilding Mother Russia?
Golukovich
The old man
soldiers.
is dead. The world is a
What if I
different
could
place
pronounce
now.
things correctly?
Your life.
That would be pretty impressive, wouldn't it?
I'm going to say this again, one last time. Don't try anything on us.
The feeling.
Of course he will. He's a villain. You're a villain too. Villains can't trust each other any more than the good guys can trust them. Load
I'm
times.
in front of the room where they're keeping the president.
Everything all right?
No sign of flooding, but I can't get close to the door. The floor is electrified.
Don't test it. You'll be bacon.
Any suggestions?
Remember the
Bacon.
Shadow
Tasty.
Moses VR training?
Take out the circuit panel?
Right.
But there's no way into the room.
Try ventilation ducts.
Yeah, I think I see one.
That's not how it happened in
Or
the
a
first
remote
game.
control missile launcher.
I mean, there were plenty of ventilation ducts, but you didn't have to get the remote control missiles
Circuit
through them.
panel. Got it.
Right, but make sure you don't hit the president.
The president is wired with nanomachines.
Why would I want to hit the president?
I can raise him.
We've tried that repeatedly, but there's no response. It looks like the walls have a built-in radio shield.
So that's why
I'm inside the building. Why can't I use radio inside the building? The radio shield shouldn't matter.
Locate a remote control missile launcher first.
Fine, whatever. Where's the bacon floor? Not here. Here we've got... a SOCOM. Sweet. We've got darkness. I literally can't see anything. I might need to adjust my system's brightness settings. Ration, wonderful. I need the Nikita first. Another broken door. Where's the node? There it is. It's a great trap, you know. Having those gun cameras before you have the node. So there's no way I can see them coming. Because I don't have radar yet there. Good game design. Great game design. And what's down here? Is this even where I'm going? I don't know. I need the remote control missile launcher. It might be down here, it might not. We'll see. Filtration chamber. What have we got? Nothing over here. Oh, but a node right next to the door this time. Thank you. That's what I wanted before. Hey, look, I literally just saw this menu. Is this electrified? I can't tell. I'm gonna guess no. Are those mines? No, they're food cans. What is it? I said, what is it?
B1 is completely flooded from what I can see.
You'll have to swim through.
I'm fine with swimming.
Stroke the water and move.
That's what I'm already doing.
Punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster.
Change your heading with the left stick. Up will take you up, down takes you lower. Left and right to face those directions.
The O2 gauge
Directions move you in those directions. Great.
underwater.
Intuitive.
Which corresponds to the amount of air you can hold from a single deep breath. Once the O2 gauge falls to 0, the life gauge will
Raiden
start to
can't
drop.
feel if he can breathe. He needs a gauge to tell him for him, because he only knows how to sense with his eyes. Okay. So far, so good. Night vision goggles. Okay, that could be useful. These aren't the most intuitive controls, but it's not too bad once you get used to them. Nothing up there, okay. The main thing is, you need to remember to, That's a mine. That's what I should have been avoiding. Can I breathe while I'm on the Kodak? I'm sure I
You
can.
have the remote-controlled missile. Good job. Now head for the first floor of the Shell 2 core. Take out the power source and make contact with the...
I'm gonna keep exploring here. There might be something else worth getting.
Hurry.
If nothing else, it's worth catching my breath. I can't get it. Okay, that's fine. There's one on the other side, too. I need to try this one also. This is more likely to pay off because this is something on the map. I'm not following directions at all. I'm going way ahead of where he told me to go. Whoa. Stillman, what's he doing here? And now the water's all red and bloody. Gross. I might be able to make a path back through this way, though. Down here, maybe. Yeah, this should do the trick. It doesn't help that I don't remember where I came from. I don't think it was here. Yeah, I know I'm low on O2. I'm getting it taken care of. A ration. Sweet. Up through here. And a door I can't go through. Okay. Well, I already did this part of the puzzle anyway, so coming back won't be so difficult. Not that this was particularly hard in the first place. The hardest part is the controls, and even that, I feel like I've got a good enough grip on them that it won't be an issue. Yeah, I'm getting back and forth between these things without hardly even trying. I'm doing a better job dodging those things than I was before, too. Ration full. That's what I like to see. I really should take one of my rations and then take that one, but I'm not gonna. And then I'm almost there. Should be this way, right? Maybe not. No, definitely not. That won't work while it's flooded. So, back the other way. Oh yeah, there it is. Stairs. That's what I wanted. Okay. I think I have a handle on the layout of this room now, so that's good. Even if I explored it farther than I needed to. You gotta hit the button several times. Just in case it didn't hear you the first time. It's called being impatient, and not trusting technology, ever. Technology is a villainous, evil thing. It will turn its back on you at every opportunity. And now, back through here. What did I get? I got the Nikita, right? Yeah. And I still got caught. Okay, ration time. That's okay, though. I'm making progress. Okay, that's where I'm gonna have to shoot, isn't it? That's where I came in. And that's electrified. Yeah, so I have to shoot through the vent. Luckily for me, I can see it on the map. Nope. That was stupid. That's better. Crap. This would be a lot easier if I could still see the radar in there. Well, no, that's not true. I can see the radar. I just can't see where I need to aim it. There's a very real chance I'm going to use a lot of these. I don't want to do that. Slow down. Stay slow. Is there a way to make it go slow without wobbling the stick? Yeah. Just hold down on the analog stick. Okay. This is working. Is that my phone? Who's calling me? Fire remote-controlled missile from a dark, small room on the southwest section to destroy the electric distribution panel with ease. Isn't that where I was? Or is there an easier path somewhere? Southwest. That's roughly where I am. And this is undeniably northwest. And there's nowhere for me to fire in here. So it's not in here. Collect that. No, it's M9 bullets. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is what I have to do. I just need to be more careful. So even holding down on the stick doesn't seem to do the trick. But I do need to keep moving it. Because keeping moving it is what keeps it moving slowly. Is there another small dark room somewhere? I mean, this is a pretty big room, but it is also a very dark area, so I thought that had to be it. I'm gonna keep looking. There's gotta be something. That room doesn't even seem to be connected to anything. This room is well lit, so that can't be it. I mean, this fits the bill, but there's no way in there. This also fits the bill, but there's nowhere to fire from it. Is there? Am I missing something? I think I'm not. Actually, that's not true. I'm positive I'm missing something, but I can't figure out what I'm missing, so I'm gonna assume I'm not. I keep going this way. I'm gonna do... damn it. And I'm gonna do my absolute best to not let it do that. It just speeds up all on its own, unless I'm constantly wobbling it back and forth, which presents its own set of problems. Maybe I'd be better off using the D-pad instead of the analog stick. Yeah, that seems to be doing the trick.
What is that?
But then again, no, it's not. What am I missing? I'm gonna toss a chaff grenade in there. And then I'm gonna shoot those cameras. And then I should be able to do something in here. Okay. I don't have any sort of light or anything. A flashlight would be perfect. But I have nothing of the sort. That might be it. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's much easier.
What is that? Hey!
Stay out of the way, President. This is what I'm aiming for. Okay. That was useful. That was very useful. I only wasted half of my friggin' missiles to do that. Let's go ahead and equip a more sensible gun. I wonder if I even could have done it the other way. If I was just doing it the hard way or the impossible way. I'm going to really hope the latter. Hello, Mr. President.
President Johnson,
So you're finally here.
you've been expecting me?
Your equipment, that skull suit, isn't exactly standard military issue.
Yes, it is.
Are you all right, sir?
Is this some kind of sick joke? I thought you came to kill me.
That's absolutely standard issue.
I'm prepared to face the consequences of my betrayal.
What are you... What the...
Don't grab me.
A man? Well, who are you?
What the hell did you think?
Foxhound, sir.
Foxhound? I see.
They're the bad
Now
guys.
things are starting to make a little sense.
No, they aren't. Foxhound is the bad guys with no clear motive
Jump
ever.
to nano communication so nobody can listen in.
Yes, sir. Do you read me, sir?
Yes.
Mr. President, it's my understanding that the terrorists have managed to input the...
Foxhound is the terrorists. Didn't you play the first game?
That's correct. I punched the sequence in myself.
You're working for them?
If you asked me 2 hours ago, my answer would have been yes. Right now,
And now?
keeping me alive until my vital signs are reconfirmed.
They betrayed you?
I wouldn't quite put it that way.
They're villains. What did you think was going to happen?
But why stoop to terrorism?
I wanted absolute power.
But you're the president. You have power.
No, I'm just a figurehead.
Huh?
I don't
That's what a
need
president
control.
should be.
The real power is in the Patriots' hands.
The Patriots?
The truth behind this country. I'm not surprised you've never heard of them. Very few are aware of their existence, even among those with code word clearance.
Huh?
Politics. the
Code word
military,
clearance.
The economy. They control it all. They even choose who becomes president. Putting it simply,
Yeah, but why though?
Patriots rule this country.
No.
Hard to believe, isn't it? But it's the truth.
I rule this
The
country.
space defense, income
The
tax
famous solid
reduction,
snake.
and national missile defense programs. Every policy that's been credited to me was actually done according to their instructions.
Space defense was initiated by Congress.
Why did you
What the
do it?
Patriots want the country to believe. It's all a show. Democracy is just a filler for textbooks.
So what does Congress actually do then?
Do you actually believe that public opinion influences the government?
No.
I don't believe that Congress would just cooperate.
Controlled as the Patriots see fit. The people are shown what they want to believe. What you call government is actually a well-staged production aimed at satisfying the public.
With hundreds and hundreds of people in it, all of whom are complicit, for no clear reason. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't make sense to
The
me.
Patriots. Even I don't know who the actual members are. Are they financial, political, or military leaders? No one knows who the Patriots
Their
are.
names,
Even my
are-
instructions come from a cutout.
I
All I've
forgot,
been
but
told is that every
Metal Gear
key
Solid
decision
4
is
system.
made by a group of 12 men, known as the Wise Men's Committee.
12 angry men.
Your office? The White House?
Merely puppets, pawns in a game. By pledging my loyalty, an insignificant son of a senator was awarded the presidency. Of course, that wasn't the only price I had to pay.
What do you mean?
Even if a pawn becomes a queen, it is still just a playing piece.
Chess analogy.
I wanted to
Sweet.
leave my own mark in history, but my ambitions were...
You're better off being in business, not politics. To put it another way, Walt Disney left a much bigger mark than
A
Taft.
king instead of being an expendable pawn.
And that justifies acts of terrorism?
Yes, I'd intended to use the new Metal Gear as a bargaining chip,
Bargaining chip?
but I underestimated
Bargaining
Solidus.
chip.
He actually wants to challenge the Patriots, even if it means the destruction of the world.
What are you saying?
Whether you believe it or not, the
He's
balance
saying
of power
gibberish, that's
rests
what he's
in the
saying.
hands of the Patriots. They regulate the country's various interests through controlled presentation, staging a drama that is palatable to the general masses. Can you imagine what would happen if they ceased to function?
I don't want to
Picture
think
a
about
massive
it.
political vacuum, a space that every powermonger will try to fill for their own greedy ends. I'm talking about an unregulated power struggle, panic, civil war, chaos. Like it
And
or
how
not,
can you prove that?
Patriots is an organization that must continue to exist.
So you changed your mind?
You're making these bombastic claims, but not really doing a good job backing them up.
When I told Solidus that I wished to prevent disaster, he replied that pawns can never become players.
And who is this Solidus?
My predecessor.
Well, he's not Solid Snake, that's for
George
sure.
Sears. That was the name the public came to know him by. I knew him by his code name, Solidus Snake. He was the third Snake, preceded
Where
by
did he get
Solid
that
and
code
Liquid,
name?
a survivor of the Les Enfants Terribles project. Neither solid nor liquid. He was a well-balanced masterpiece that the Patriots saw fit to entrust with the presidency. However, he
Really?
fell out of grace with the organization 4 years ago. When acting on his own, he started an incident.
4 years ago. Shadow Moses.
That's right.
But again,
At the time, the DARPA chief,
how is it?
Anderson, together
How
with
is it that there have been this many presidents since the foundation of the
initiated
Patriots,
development of Metal Gear Rex,
and not a one of them was
advanced nuclear
was
warfare.
interested
However, this
in
did not fall in
defecting
line with
to
the
their own
Patriots'
cause?
plans. What's more, Solidus decided on his own to send his
I
most
simply
trusted man,
cannot accept
Ocelot,
that
to
that many
provoke
people,
Liquid
that many
Snake,
presidents,
bringing about the
that many
same
congressmen would
As a
all
result, he succeeded in
just be
obtaining
complicit
Rex
and
the
keep
data on the
quiet. It
warhead.
doesn't add
But
up.
in doing so,
That's not
he
how
ended
human
up
nature
revealing the
works.
existence of both Rex and the Genome Army. A blunder that
If the
earned
first
him
Metal Gear
the
Solid
wrath
game
of the
didn't
Patriots.
understand science, this one doesn't understand psychology.
Solidus was removed from the presidential office.
Human behavior is a pretty simple thing. Everyone wants what they want.
I thought he resigned.
That's the story given to the general public. Following his resignation, the Patriots selected me, their new pawn for the presidency.
But that would mean that the presidential race was...
Now, wouldn't he be in a good position to say he didn't resign and do some damage?
Patriots for the benefit of the
Why would he hide in the background instead of creating this whole mess?
the Patriots' tune. Everything went according to plan, but for one exception. Following his resignation,
exception?
Solidus' health was scheduled to fail him, bringing about his untimely death.
Capped?
Correct. But before the Patriots could execute their plot, Solidus went underground with the help of Ocelot. As he avoided pursuit, Solidus
Now why did
took
Ocelot
control
do that?
of Dead Cell, winning over Colonel Galukovich's outfit. From there, he bided his time, knowing that his opportunity would soon arrive.
What opportunity?
The completion of the new Metal
Still,
Gear project.
wouldn't he be better? Wouldn't he be better off if he wanted to destroy the Patriots' plan, revealing it all?
Most valued project,
Going
he
public.
would be able to place them in a very uncomfortable position. It's the only chance
Going
he
public
has for
would be much bigger of a deal than stealing a Metal Gear.
He'll declare war against the Patriots. Needless to say, he must be stopped.
Metal Gear is already operational.
No, not yet. What you saw was Metal Gear Ray, hijacked 2 years ago from the Marines by Ocelot. That was not the new Metal Gear.
Then where's the new Metal Gear?
Right here.
What?
You're standing in it.
Is it the big shell itself?
This entire big shell facility is the new Metal Gear.
What'd you say?
Well, it's not in good condition if we've been blowing it
The
up.
upper structure that you've seen is camouflage, designed to represent an offshore cleanup facility. The main structure extends from the foundation all the way down to the ocean floor. The connecting elevator is located on
We've already been blowing it up.
of the Shell 1 core, Arsenal Gear. That's the code name for the new Metal Gear.
Arsenal Gear.
Arsenal?
That's an interesting name.
That's right. Arsenal. We're talking about an impregnable fortress carrying a load of over a couple of thousand missiles, including nuclear warheads, all protected by a horde of mass-produced Metal Gear Ray units.
Mass-produced?
So it's a small-scale
The Ray
Death
unit was
Star.
originally designed for
And the Ray
Russians
units
to
are Star
use as a
Destroyers.
countermeasure against
Okay.
the Metal Gear variations throughout the world. The Patriots had Ray redesigned to protect the new Arsenal gear.
So now anti-Metal Gears are guarding a Metal Gear.
Ironic, isn't it? That's not all.
It's ridiculous.
Arsenal Gear has full access to the military's tactical network, giving it the ability to exercise absolute control.
You know it's
over
a
our
real
nation's
pawn.
armed forces, not to mention
A Metal Gear Ray unit. Arsenal Gear, those are pawns and queens. Those are the chess pieces. Unthinking. They just do what the person who's controlling them tells them to.
Arsenal Gear is more than
Whether they're AI controlled or remote controlled or whatever, or even piloted. Those are the real
preserve the
pieces.
world as it is. It will establish a new form of control. The Patriots
Humans
will
have something
keep
called
their place as the
decision-making.
country's true rulers.
That inherently makes them
Right now,
not
they feel
pawns.
pressured and threatened.
Unwitting pawns sometimes,
They
sure.
fear an overabundance
But they have the ability to overcome that.
The world will drown in the coming flood of information, and they along with it. The Arsenal plans include a system to digitally manage the flow of information, making it possible to shape the truth for their own purposes.
Yeah, good
In
luck
short,
with that.
The Arsenal system is the key to this
People will
supremacy.
believe whatever they want to believe.
Yes, the GW system is the Patriots' trump card. Arsenal Gear will be
The sheer number of bizarre conspiracy theories, and the sheer number of people who believe it with no good reason, is perfect evidence that this plan doesn't make sense. Again, it is failing to understand the human element of
in a
this.
strong bargaining position.
Bargain for what?
I'd hope to trade my way into their ranks. Nasalidas preferred rebellion. Outer Heaven, his plan to unleash a nuclear blast over the skies of Wall Street to break the Patriots' control of the business community.
Well, I can't say destroying the stock market is a bad thing.
Outer Heaven?
Listen, there isn't much time. The football served as the key for activating Arsenal
Football.
Gear. I've already input the necessary code sequence. It won't be long before GW begins to establish connections with other external systems, and Arsenal Gear becomes fully operational. Stop them before that happens. That
Now
is
wait a
wrong.
minute. If they need you alive to do this, and you don't want them to do this,
She's the only
why
one
not
who can
sacrifice
stop that thing
yourself?
once it's been activated.
Emma Emmerich?
Clearly they don't have your
She's the
final
system
heartbeat check.
programmer for Arsenal Gear. I believe she's somewhere on level B.
Emma Emmerich. Is she related to Hal
I
Emmerich?
thought the levels below us were flooded.
I'm sure they won't let her die just yet, as she's the only remaining programmer for this project. According to Ocelot,
What is it with the Emmerich family and making things that'll destroy the world?
Level B1. Cut transmission and get moving.
Hal at least had the sense to overcome that and start trying to save the world instead of destroy it. But the whole family is a mess.
Give this to her when you find her.
What is it?
Hal,
A
Emma, and
program for
especially
disrupting the
Huey.
control functions between GW and Arsenal Gear.
Huey Emmerich is the
Take Emma to
absolute
computer
worst,
room on level B2,
which we will find out in a
Shell
later
1
game.
core. She'll know how to load the program into the main system.
A virus?
That's right, modeled after Foxdie, a biological weapon designed to selectively eliminate personnel.
Delete immediately before someone gets hurt.
But why do you have it?
You
The
can't trust a
Patriots had it
virus.
engineered as a failsafe, and Ocelot forgot to search me. You've got to hurry. That disk is the only way.
I
we're
don't
going to
believe
stop
he
Arsenal.
forgot. I believe that was on purpose. Ocelot likes to disguise dastardly plans as incompetence.
There's only
It's a
one
recurring
thing
theme for
that
him.
Remains to be done.
You need to die. That will prevent the activation.
What the?
There's no time to argue. The final check for my vital ID will start any second. If you kill me now, you'll at least prevent the nuclear strike.
Cut it out!
Raiden, stop being an idiot. Would you look at that? We just saved the world. No thanks to Raiden.
Mr. President? Or is it ex-president?
The president!
Abusing.
Why did you...
Alas, my finger must have slipped.
Wait. You
I'll
saved
see you around, carrier boy.
You killed the president. Carrier.
Forget him.
What am I carrying? Buck's die?
Without free will, there is no difference between submission and rebellion.
I will agree with that.
My only
It's the first
real
sensible
choice
thing you've
Put
said.
an end to this charade. Let me at least have the freedom to end it myself.
What are you?
Find Emma. Stop Arsenal. This is my last order. As your commander-in-chief, I'm counting on you.
Commander-in-Chief. You're not my commander-in-chief anymore, though. Ex-presidents don't have any control over the military. That's not how it works. Boy, can you imagine the nightmare we'd have if they did? Presidents and ex-presidents, fighting for control all of the time. Great, another codec call.
Colonel, the president is dead.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Where do we go from here?
He had a heart attack. I think it was Fox die.
And eliminate the terrorist threat. However, given the recent turn of events, we will honor the president's last directive. You must put a stop to Arsenal gear once and for all.
Do you actually think there's any truth to his story about
Well, I guess he is
big shell
technically the
facility
president,
being
or at least
run
was
by
until he
Arsenal gear?
died.
I don't have the security clearance necessary
Still.
to verify the facts. However, he was the president. Sure he knew what he
I
was
don't
talking
believe
about.
Foxhound
Forgetting that he was
is
part of a terrorist plot.
part of the US military, so even though what I said before was completely wrong, I still don't think he has authority. Maybe he does, I don't know.
Die rather than risk a nuclear holocaust. Thanks to his
But
sacrifice,
I thought it was a third-party organization.
president, effectively eliminating the terrorist threat.
Colonel, when you put it like that, it almost
Who's
sounds
the
like
vice
you
president?
assassinated the president to eliminate the threat.
That was not my intention. I was trying to point out that there is certainly some credibility to the words of a man who chose death to protect the innocent.
The Colonel has a point, Jack.
That is a good
The
point.
information he gave me on the Patriots.
That's a new one on me. I'll see what I can find out. Raiden, we're running out of
Ignore it,
time.
Raiden.
Find
This
Emma.
information is
She's
not part of the
supposed to be located
simulation.
on level B1 in the core of that building you're in, right? You've got to find her before Arsenal becomes fully operational.
Hurry, Jack.
So here's what I'm gonna
It's up to you
do.
to make sure that the president didn't
I'm gonna do the
sacrifice
whole
his
water
life in
portion.
vain.
Understood.
I'm gonna get all the way to the end, but I'm not going to go through the door. That way I don't activate the cutscene.
What's your status?
Let me guess,
Raiden?
Snake.
Snake, the president, he's been assassinated. What? There was nothing I could do.
What about the nuclear strike code sequence?
He died before his vital ID could be reconfirmed.
Then the enemy's lost their nuclear strike capability.
But that Ocelot
Good.
guy obviously
That
killed
was the
president on
goal.
purpose.
Why?
It doesn't make any sense. They had to know that they couldn't launch the nuke if they killed the president.
Maybe there's a way to launch without reconfirming the vital ID.
Or maybe...
Maybe. Or maybe Ocelot is up to something.
You knew about Arsenal gear?
Yeah,
Why didn't you tell me about it?
you never asked.
Am I correct in assuming you also know that the big shell's a front for the project?
You mean, did I know that the Big Shell, a fully functional environmental cleanup facility, was designed to camouflage Arsenal gear? Yeah, I did. It's exactly what the president
Of course you
believes
did.
described. A massive cover story. The good news is that it hasn't really done much in terms of cleaning up the environment, so we won't have to worry about any toxic gas being released if we have to blow the house down.
Right. And when did you find out about all of this?
Failing to clean up the environment.
We
Good
uncovered the
news.
info around the time
Yeah,
we
sounds
took
about
out that
right.
Mad bomber.
Things failing is always
There's
good
no
news.
doubt that Arsenal gear is being built here. And it was all set up 2 years ago, on that day. All of it.
2 years ago. What really happened here?
I took these photos
I would
2
love
years
to know
ago.
that.
I know these pictures. They were on the news, on several websites. If I remember right, the reporters blamed you for sinking the tanker.
That's
Wait a
right.
minute.
Autocar.
That's not the angle I took that photo from when I was playing.
We'd hoped that by going public with photos of the new Metal Gear, we could persuade the government. At least that was the plan at the time.
Can't the game remember the photos from the save file that I already used?
Before?
Yeah.
I feel like
Well,
that would
I doubt
make
it
more
accurately
sense.
simulates the events of that mission. I'd infiltrated the dummy tanker to obtain proof that a Metal Gear was under development. Shortly after I made it aboard, an armed group led by Colonel Gerlukovich raided the ship and gained control.
Olga and Ocelot were among
I remember
the raiding
that.
party.
Yeah, and him.
Who are you talking about?
A man that was supposed to be dead.
Their target was
Liquid.
also Metal Gear Ray. But Ocelot eliminated Colonel Gerlukovich and Marine Commander Scott Dolph, and he hijacked Ray.
So he betrayed them?
I don't know what kind of deal was going down.
Ocelot betrays everyone. That's all he does. The entire franchise is just Ocelot betraying people.
Ocelot then sank the tanker, along with the soldiers of the Marine Corps.
How did you manage to get out?
Otacon managed to have a small boat ready for me.
That was the easy part. The tough part was not getting dragged down with a sinking tanker. A small miracle when you think about it. It turned out that the whole thing was a setup to lure us.
A setup. Wonderful.
Photos of Snake, taken by the Cypher, were released to the public. In turn, we became the world's most wanted environmental terrorists.
It was definitely a move aimed at putting a stop to our anti-Metal Gear activities.
But why did they choose
But by
Snake?
whom?
Since the Shadow Moses incident, Snake became sort of a hero. I think the Patriots weren't too happy about that.
You knew about the Patriots?
Well, yes, to a certain degree.
It seems like everyone knows about them except me.
They didn't choose Snake to be a hero.
That's the running theme of the game.
Smear campaign.
I think
Raiden,
the Patriots
that's
wanted
the
to make
name.
an example of him, so everybody would think twice.
Raiden
before
doesn't know
opposing
anything. Nor
And
should
yet,
he.
They set all this up
Your
just to
position is
nail
not
you
to
guys.
know. Your position
There's more to
is
it than
to
that.
do.
The Marines' Metal Gear Ray project, headed by Commander Dolph, was carried out in opposition to the Navy's Arsenal Gear project.
Oh, they were
To be
competing.
more precise,
Wonderful.
the Patriots considered Metal Gear Ray to be a thorn in their side. Hence, they attacked the dummy tanker and stole Ray. They followed this up with a perfect
The
plan.
Marines and the Navy
They
stealing
immediately
from each
sent
other.
a fully loaded tanker to the same location and sank it. Then set up the facility to camouflage the development of Arsenal Gear.
And we fell for it. 2 more puppets in their show.
Colonel Gerlukovich and his daughter Olga?
Both fell victim to Ocelot's plot.
Was Solidus behind all this? He used Ocelot to get hold of Ray, huh?
No, he was underground, keeping a low profile at the time.
Raiden, pay attention.
Must be the Patriots.
If that's the case, what's Ocelot doing alongside Solidus?
Why would you blame Solidus for any of this when it's been made clear that he and the Patriots were not in good standing together?
Forget it. We're wasting time. We can figure this out later. The nuclear strike's been prevented, but Arsenal still has a massive payload of missiles to deal with.
Right. If the opposition gets control of those missiles.
Raiden, you've got to find Emma.
Wait a second. Isn't Emma Emmerich?
My sister.
What's she doing here?
You got me.
Yeah,
She's
go
a
figure.
computer whiz
Same
who
last name.
specializes in neural AI and ultra-variable volume data analysis using complex logic. How she got involved in weapons development is beyond me.
Whatever her reasons, we
It's
need
the family
to
curse.
stop Arsenal.
Every Emmerich is a weapons
I'm
developer.
on my way.
So, my previous plan was to do the whole water bit and then save. However, with that extra cutscene that I didn't see coming. Instead, I think it might make more sense for me to go through the store, through the elevator, go down a floor, and then save without actually doing the thing. Maybe hit the button several times. As you do. That's just the way life works. You gotta hit the elevator button repeatedly. So, Rose, what do you have to say? Let me guess. She's gonna give Raiden a hard time over something stupid. Jack, do you remember what tomorrow is? Jack, why won't you talk? Why won't you tell your innermost secrets to me? I won't tell you mine, but you gotta tell me yours.
Jack,
What is it?
I've always been alone.
Huh?
I'm so lonely.
Lonely. Rose, we've always...
Not always.
What do you mean?
You've never slept beside me.
What are you talking about?
After we've been together in my room, you stay awake all night, or you head for the door.
Is this really the time to bring this up?
Why, Jack? Why?
No, it is
Listen,
not.
Rose, I'm right in the middle of a mission, and
Why? Why can't you relax when you're with me?
Look,
This is not the time to be asking
Why
that.
don't you open up to me?
Rose, I just can't.
All I ever wanted was to share your dreams, to spend a meaningful evening with you. I just wanted
Rose,
to find you by my side when
Every time you say something like this in the middle of the mission, you risk compromising the mission. Don't make Raiden get emotional when he has to rescue someone. Don't make Raiden get emotional when he has to blow up a nuclear arsenal.
I can't relax when I'm with someone.
Jack, you wouldn't even let me in your room.
I need privacy. I just can't be bothered.
Bothered?
Wrong word. What I wanted to say was...
Stop trying to get into his head right now. We need him in top shape to complete this
Do you
mission.
remember that time I forced my way into your room? We'd known each other for almost a year, and you blew up. It was the first time you ever raised your hand against me. I was so worried about you.
Look, I'm sorry.
It
Worrying
wasn't
is
your
good,
bothered nature that
but don't
scared
try
me.
to make his problems about you.
Your heart.
Stop it.
There wasn't anything in your room. Only a bed and a small desk. It looked like a prison cell.
Rose?
No television set. No family pictures. Not even a poster.
Rose, I only use that room for sleeping.
A lifeless room. Almost like your empty heart.
That's why I tried to keep you out.
Yeah.
I
Say
thought
he
I
has an
was
empty
beginning to
heart.
Understand you. Until I saw that room.
Go ahead, fling insults. Make him feel bad. That will make this mission an
Not what I was
absolute
trying to
success.
say.
Enough.
When the world gets destroyed by the Patriots, or when the world gets destroyed by Solidus and Ocelot, it's gonna be your fault, Rose. Don't you forget that. Well, now I'm kind of annoyed. But this is a good place to end the game on. So, I'm gonna go ahead and call that it for today. It's been good, guys.